Hi, I'm Don Stigall of rcpro.org. We're working on a Warbird racing class called Warbird 80. You can find it at warbird80.com. It's based on IMAA legal airplanes with engines up to 40 cc's. This is an OS GT33 that I'm doing some performance and tuning testing on. I've built a telemetry system to control it so I can see what it's doing accurately. This tune pipe came from Max Mufflers. Unfortunately, David McAllister's passed away. I don't know about future availability of them. I hope somebody picks up the product line. I ran this engine with a header in a part 1 video, and the following weekend I tried running it with a tune pipe. And every time it came on the tune pipe, the silicon coupler would pop off of the header. I sectioned the header per David's recommendation to isolate the header from the movement in the pipe. On gas engines, it's especially important. I had this about an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch longer, and I shortened it up, and I've run the engine once. It did not get on the pipe. Earlier, before the silicon coupler started popping off, I actually got it to 8,100 RPMs, which was about a 400 RPM boost, well, 350 over the 7845 I was getting with just the header. And I did section the header, and I didn't test it because I didn't want the header flopping around, so I don't know if the cut in the header made a difference. But what I'm going to do, I've got it set up. The cool thing about this header pipe combination is that the header fits inside of the pipe, and I've got another piece of coupler with some zip ties, and it was at 3.3 inches. I'm going to take a big swing and shorten it up. So I've now shortened it by 1/2 inch, and I'm going to see what it does with the new tuning.
RPM, no data, temperature.
And I'm going to arm the kill switch
No data.
and put it all the way at low throttle.
53 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, shortening the pipe actually seemed to hurt the performance quite a bit. So now I'm going to lengthen it back up and see if I get the numbers I was getting. I did not try adjusting the needle, but found that if the needle's right at where it needs to be, it doesn't have to be adjusted very much. So I'm going to extend the pipe. So I took a big swing in the opposite direction, and now it's at 4.2 inches from the cutoff in the header.
RPM, no data. Temperature, no data. RPM, no data. Temperature, 146 degrees Fahrenheit. RPM, no data.
I may shorten this prop to 17 inches because the 17-inch prop will pull a World Models P51 giant scale. And so I'm going to lengthen the pipe a little bit more. It got it back up to 77, 60 or so. This is at 4 1/4 inches, and it's about as long as I can go without using a coupler. So we'll see how it does.
RPM, no data. Temperature, no data. RPM, no data. Temperature, 76 degrees Fahrenheit.
I've shortened the pipe to a distance of 3.75. I had tried 3.5 and that was too short. And going out longer brought it down some from the 77 plus I was getting with it in this 3.75 to 4 1/4 range. And this time I'm going to start it, see what it'll turn, play with the needle valve just to see. And if I don't get it back on the pipe, I'll probably try taking the pipe off and get a new baseline on the header, and then try shortening the prop or changing to a different prop just to see what I can get out of it, and to see what it gets in various load conditions. This is going to be a multi-part series. Hope you'll stay tuned. The thing I had to do because of the coupler coming off was I got some copper wire. I had some insulated copper wire, and I put bands around it and twisted it. I've just got zip ties holding the tune pipe to the header, and it's holding it okay. I actually bought some galvanized steel wire and some more copper wire at Home Depot. So if you have a need to tie things down with thin copper wire, they have a variety of different wires and stuff that you can use for tightening things up. So let me get this thing started again.
RPM, no data. Temperature, no data. RPM, no data. Temperature, 74 degrees.
We're armed now.
RPM, no data. RPM, no data.
Okay, it got to 7850, which is about 100 RPM gain over just the header. So we're getting in the ballpark. Probably going to need to make adjustments on the prop, and then I'll have to, get new baselines and figure out what's going on. Of course, the plane and prop combination is going to make a lot of difference, but my goal is to learn as much about the engine and the pipe as I can. One thing I haven't done is to completely rebuild the car because I had changed some of the gaskets in it. I had a problem with it after it's sitting for a couple of years. And I'm going to do a video on how to maintain the carb on an OS GT33. The replacement carb is $170, but you can get a gasket set for about $8 that fits perfectly in it. And you can also buy a new reed valve assembly that's not that expensive. They're out of stock at the moment, so I'm going to wait till the reed valve assembly comes back into stock before I do the carburetor rebuild. That's probably it for the videos on this engine for at least a few weeks. I'm going to be running a DLE 35 and a RCGF 30. And I'm also going to be running an Evolution 15 GX that uses beam mounts, and I'm going to test it with jet mufflers to see if I can get a gasoline engine that I can use in Warbird racing for the 2017 Nats. So thanks for watching. I hope you'll stay tuned. There will be a lot more to come. The silicon coupler broke while I was running the engine for my son after I'd done the videotape that you've just watched. And so I ran the engine with just the header, and with the header cut to this length, the highest I could get was about 25 RPMs, which means when I had the pipe on it and was getting 79, I was actually getting a 400 RPM boost. So the tune pipe definitely makes a difference. The cool thing would be if we could get somebody like Dub Jett to make a quarter wave tune muffler that would boost these 30cc class engines. I'll probably work on finding out about designing one of those. And anyway, I'm going to continue the testing with the tune pipe. I've got to find a coupler that'll hold up to the heat of the header, and then I'll do more testing. So thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.